Okay, okay, great. Let's have a look at this. So today I got only one picture, but today I'm going to talk about concept called edge block and power, where price wants to go, and where does price want to go? Who knows? I don't know, but edge bar, right? So the idea is, there's a lot of information here. The idea is that when we come to the edge at a certain place with price, like we go up at a certain place, maybe here, or maybe if there's spikes, maybe here, there should be a reaction, and that, depending on what we have, has value. So another chart, right? I think you can see this great, yeah. So we can move this around. So this is a 5 minute, this is DAX, and whatever what it is does not matter. Let's find something useful. All right. Right. So yeah. Okay. Have a look at this. So before, or long time ago, I was using this mentality, right? Here we have some strength, price goes down, and we have some movements. Ultimately we end up here. Later price comes to this point and then goes higher. We all see it, right? So I've been using a concept for a very long time, which is when targeting a low, for example. If I go targeting, if I'm short here, if I want to go lower, maybe I will target this level, or maybe I will target this level, because let's zoom in further, because this is the low, I claim, that we can see with the spike, and this is the highest close of the two colors at the low. So the red is the lowest one, and we have, yeah, the top here. And actually this second line should be, one second, this line should be here. Now it's correct, right? So it's either yeah, so it's either the spike right here, or it's the flat bottom here without all the spikes, the ultimate close price here, that should be targeted. And you know, have different ideas about why to use which targeting point when going low, because I have seen, and I claim to think that well, depending on where the entry is within the structure of the move, price should reach one of these two levels, and if we go further, it's no problem, right? But should reach one of these two levels. And yeah, so as you see, for example, here we got some retrace for whatever reason, and price came back down, and yeah, so we almost reached this level here. But I've been thinking about it recently, like, so back to this week's subject, right? Concept of edge block, right? So now we have, or actually here, and let's remove this. So now we have contained within the two lines, let's call it a block. Okay, we have the lowest price here at the spike, and we have the two colors and the highest on the top, and within this here's a box, and I call it edge block, the edge, right? And so what I'm thinking, this may be useful to see, to start counting waves in the other direction, for example, depending on reaction to this place. So price got to this level, and if we were targeting here, we didn't reach, but we come to the edge block, and you know, maybe I want to trail, so maybe I would do it. In this case, maybe I would use an aggressive trail to here, right? And get out with some profits. I have done this this weekend, previous, etc. But the thing is, it's so interesting. Sometimes you get moves and you just go halfway there, and then yeah, you just don't go any further. So let's say we're short from the circle here, and price on another time frame, we notice that, well, going below this, power should be down, and we're targeting whatever this low. We never get there, but yeah, since the signal is within, I'm targeting flat box, and you see here, this is the flat lowest close, and it's hit here. That's one idea. Yeah, and so it's very strange to me, like when we get to the edge block, will price turn? And I've seen it so many times this week, and because of that I started drawing something where, well, it works, you know, but I mean, how am I supposed to illustrate it if I'm not showing an example of where it's working, right? So let's get into this. This is the drawing. Okay, back. I'm not gonna use the drawing. Just gonna do this. Just gonna, okay. Let's go to side here. This instrument is US 500. This is a 1 minute chart. It doesn't matter what instrument, but I'm going to show you an example of my thought process here. So blue box is Euro CFD, so it's 0900 hours in Sweden and most of Europe. And yeah, so the instrument, lots of volume comes into it here, as with many of the other instruments, right? And what happens, we get spike up in price, gap with the close inside. Yeah, so pretty much this is showing itself to, well, we don't have power here because we closed here and we opened here and we closed within the box. Quite nice gap, but yeah, so it's like, oh, we don't want to go higher, is what I'm thinking, right? But we had power from this area. I mean, we went up to this place. Now with the retrace, I want to see something within this white candle here. I want to see action here if I'm going long. We didn't get that. Instead, price falls down and comes back. And notice the blue arrow. We come to the edge, edge block, edge bar, whatever. We come to this edge here, right? And we're rejecting it. Okay. And we come back down. But we have a move going higher with some gap. So if this is valid, then we should have power up. So now what we have is the edge, which was rejected, and we come back to it. It's rejected, right? But we had power here. So now what we have at this point is like, okay, we have power from here to here. What's gonna happen? Okay, so we come back and we get a long signal here, right? Stop loss here would be silly, but yeah, stop here maybe. Okay, but that's the R is not really there. So now we are inside of a kind of a range, and then we get the signal up here. We come back again. We come back again. So after we close above this, which happens here, power has again shown that it's upright. So we don't go power go up, we don't go further. FGs exist, and yeah, this formation here to go long off. And I'm saying, you know, the reaction of the edge bar is interesting. I'm not saying it's we're reversing off it, no, but it's very interesting. So I mean, it's one thing if we get above the area here, right? If we got here, that's fine. Can we get the other tool? Is this the thing? Oh, okay. Okay. So if we close above here or touch this area, that's something else, right? But we didn't get that. So anyway, we had some power moving up because, yeah, gap box FG, right? And later we get a reaction at that place, and I'm saying maybe this is a good idea to go long. And then we start getting waves up, 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 up. Here we have intra double top because high, high, low. right? And it's broken. Black line shows it. Power switch to short here. And because power switch to short, we have a retrace, we have the formation here, entry for short, and yeah, and what we're targeting, not this, we're targeting next level, which is either this or that. And look over here what happened, right? Cool. So this is all normal for me. No, this is all normal price behavior. What I'm thinking about is using the edge bar. So let's look at the second example over here. We come again to this level, and yet again price starts to move up, right? We get this kind of thing, you see it, right? And but price closes below, so power from this block is strong to the short side, and we come down, we come back up again. Notice this is a clean move down, and when we move up it goes here and then starts waving. So I'm thinking, okay, is this now when is this when it's gonna fail, it's not gonna go higher? And this is where the logic of the edge bar block once again comes into play. So we reach the reaction here from the block, right? We reach this spot, just yeah, okay, and we see reaction, and now we have doesn't want to close below, doesn't want to close higher, but the white box, it does close higher. And I know it's very small, it is very small after all, yes, but you see, we close higher, move down, gap, oh yeah, very visible, and then black and white, this is a power formation up, these two, and same story again. And yeah, target not this, target should be this, but I don't know if we hit that, but maybe we switch later to short side, but yeah, retrace with entry, etc. So the reaction of the edge block is very interesting. Here we didn't go higher. Okay, I'm not saying to short it, but I mean, yeah, this move here has strength from this position. So if we got here, it's like, okay, this is where the power is contained at this moment, right? If you come back down, it's like this is a new spike, right? Moves similarly. Yeah, just might be useful concept, might not be. Let's find something else. So it opens here and we go higher. This is so clean, right? So at this moment, yes, because the gap here is because without changing the time zone, this is the open as well, another day, right? So we have power from here to up, and then price just doesn't want to do anything, comes down, and you see the red plus green here. This is the long signal, and so we could, I'm not sure, we could do this here, right? And because, well, you could, this is probably what I would do here, but I would most likely have the target up to this level because there's no visible area, so I'm just gonna either not have TP or just trail it, right? And there might be something, yeah, see, there's something here, and the high is over there. But yeah, so here, for example, let's say I have the TP here, right? The edge block from the next area is here, right? Okay, right, so this is the edge of the next wave, right? This is the high, so there should be some power here or some reaction. Notice also, like, yeah, the gap has been used, but there's some free level here, but it's been used, but never mind that now, I'm not talking about that. So we come into it, and apparently, yeah, okay, it doesn't want to go there because, well, first one, this first bar, okay, this bar, and a lot of this watching the charts and moving around the price, it's I'm trying to download my thoughts, right? But a lot of this is understanding where price wants to go, not, well, objectively, but within my interpretation. And it's not like I'm trying to say, oh, at 100% rate this is gonna happen. No, I'm looking at it and thinking, okay, it should do this at a high percentage, whatever that number is. I'm not going to guess that. So anyway, this one bar came into the level, and we should now have a reaction. So we should have a reaction of that. Can we have a box here somehow? Is there a box? Can we maybe we can, oh yes. So this candle should have a reaction, and so we go higher, we go back into it, strength is now is up, but we have a gap here, and later look, we close below the entire thing. So I guess this, power is now down, right, off the block. And if power is down, we have a small gap here, but yeah, so we have some spike into it, and already spiked into it here. But yeah, maybe on another time frame this would be useful for a short. As with this is more useful, I would say. So clean, 1 2 3 down, and the gap is here, and yeah, if it's a short, right, let's remove this thing because it's in the way. We go into it, and equal formation within down force means short power, right? So this would be a short signal, this could be the stop, and at least according to what I'm doing. And yeah, the next, this does not exist yet, it's not proven, as I say. So if this is a short signal, then this is the next level where the TP could be, and we don't hit it, but yeah, we do go into the spike area, which means I would most likely trail here for some reason. Also notice, like, the next leg down, we have a gap here, we spike into it, yeah, sure. And then when we close lower, this bar from this, you see here, this bar closes beyond. This is part of the move down, and something move down and then move up. Notice that there is no gap in this leg, so maybe power is there's no more power, right? If I was short here, if I was short here, if I even was short here, I would most likely move stops to a very hard place after seeing that, well, we're trying to make a move down, but we don't have power, so I don't want to be a part of it. And at the minimum, stop would be here. Yeah, and also, yeah, I don't know how I would react, but I mean, come on, we reached the area where price should even, I mean, should react, should move, should stop, whatever. If we reach this, I mean, let's say I have two open positions here, with maybe 2, maybe 3 or even total, I might just book it, you know, who knows, right? But yeah, okay, so yeah, I am now talking about too many different things. So this, looking at price, I find it interesting, and I just I try to see where is the power going, who is winning, and I'm just like trying to see, okay, like for example, if a move has a gap, it should be strong, right? If a gap is used, it should be less strong. Here a gap is also strong, it's used one more time, moves higher with no gap. Notice that, right? And this gap was not used, but it got used here. Actually, I'm not sure about that. It wasn't. Okay. But you get the idea. And so, yeah, it tries to move with power here. It cannot go higher. Closest beyond, so now the power is short. And so we have this gap here. And so 1, 2, 3. We have a gap here. Price comes into it, rejects it. So we should go lower. We should hit this as a TP. We don't hit that as TP, but with the edge, maybe a trail is in order, right? Etc. So this looking at price is a lot about, well, where is power, who is winning, who is stronger, is it short, long, what's going on, right? And yeah, I hope you learned something. These are my thoughts for today. And yeah, if you like the video, if you have some questions, if you think I'm talking a lot of BS, yeah, post your questions and stuff. I will see you in the markets.